Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kuda's Diecast Customs. Today we are going to be working on a 1970's Plymouth Road Runner GTX. We are rebuilding it and customizing it. Let's get into it. So, what I have here is a Impala that I am drilling out the rivets to get the engine, because the engine honestly is the biggest part of this car in my opinion. And also, before I go any further, the GTX was just screwable, so I just unscrewed it and took it apart. Also, this car was stripped down from parts anyway, because I used the parts from it from other builds. But I felt bad because this was too nice of a car just to let it sit there and not get done. So I was like, this car needs to be done. And in my opinion, it was done right. Also, guys, I wanted to say, while I am struggling very hard to take this car apart, if you guys need any parts, let me know, because I have lots and lots of just stuff sitting around that I'll never use. Like this car. If anyone needs this car, it comes with this car and a parts card. So just let me know in the comments and we can go from there. Anyways, so I did end up breaking this base. That sucks. That's why this car does come with a parts car, but that's besides the point. We did get into the interior and we did grab the engine that we were using for our project today. I apologize. I am snacking right now. Alright, now we're going to move on to taking this apart. My Dremel was in use this week's video because we are working on some doors, so I really couldn't use it a whole lot during this process. So what I'm doing here is just marking off what I want, and then I grabbed my X-Acto knife and started just angrily trying to cut it off because, again, I couldn't use my Dremel tool this week. I do end up getting it though after a while, so that's always good. Guys, if you do like what you see, please, again, give me a like and a follow. It's greatly appreciated and it helps my channel grow. Anyways, back to what we were doing. So there we go. There's the motor that I wanted. Nice big motor. And yes, I do put the car back together because I didn't want to lose anything. I did drop the glass on the ground like a dummy. And yes, I am putting in the interior without the glass in. And then I realized, oh, there we go. Glass is on the ground. So put the glass back in, do the whole shebang. And there you go. That car is available again, guys, if you do want it. There you go. Thumbs up by me. Whoop-de-doo. Now, we're going to move on to how we're going to fit this motor in here. And that was a process. Oh my god. Without a Dremel tool, this took forever. So, on the base, on the car, the casting here, there's that metal piece right there. And I had to use a freaking... I can't talk. And just grind it away. This was just the start of it, so yeah. I sped it up for you guys so you didn't have to go through that pain. Anyways, after finishing that up, we grabbed our steel wool and cleaned off the casting. There wasn't really much left on there from stripping it probably a year ago. It was just sitting in my box. So I just wanted to polish it up just to make sure everything stuck well and make it look all nice and shiny before we put some paint on. So I was just giving you guys a quick sample here. Let's take a break from the build and look around the shop. So this is my setup. It's fairly tight and small, but it works for me. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys that because why not? Now we can go back to the build. Now, here I have the wheels that I picked out. I have a pair of green light wheels for the front and a pair of, I don't even know. They come off some Monte Carlo I had. It was a Hot Wheels metal base, and the car was broke, so I decided to use those back fatties. So there's the car with the motor in it. There's my base with my axle tubes, and then I put this like aluminum plate on there just to lift up the motor, and also just to keep it, level. Looks very nice. All this was painted in with my black paint, so were the rims. There you go. There's my example showing what my little piece does there. And another thumbs up by me. I don't know why I'm giving you guys so many thumbs up. So I realized how dirty this rubber was. So I got some hot water and soap and just dumped it in. Started shaking them up and clean them as best as I could. Let them sit for probably an hour and a half. I know that was probably too long, but that's okay. They were clean in the end, so that's all that matters. So here's our base, and look at all that. That took so much time with a file. I got the name, a file. But it looks nice, and it honestly works, so I'm not complaining. After that, we did put primer on the casting. It looks very nice. We also painted the car in black, and I used this sparkly paint. You'll see that in a little bit. But here are the wheels. It's kind of hard to see, but they're painted black, obviously, and they look nice. We also detailed the motor, and that was, look at my hands, oh my gosh, I laughed there, that's all I remember. Anyways, we detailed the motor, and that took so much time. Yes, I might have young eyes, but that took some time to do. Look at that. Doesn't that look 10 times better? So, from now, we have all of our pieces. Our windshield piece, looking nice, except the back. I didn't have time to replace it, but that's okay. We got our base, our casting, very shiny, very sparkly. Added some quick details to make it look nice. And then here's everything else, our interior with our engine and our wheels. I realized the base of the car was bent, so it kind of ruined the whole car. Also, we did a little details on the bottom, and it really just made that car pop. The wheels do kind of spin, but with the bent base, it kind of messed everything up. So, here is, again, or before. Pretty plain, pretty boring, kind of just half taken apart, stripped down of its beauty. And again, here's our final, guys. Beautiful. It's probably one of my best cars I've ever done. And I've done a bunch of them. But this is probably one of my favorites. A Gasser 1970's Road Runner GTX. You don't see many of them, but I built one because why not? It's cool. Guys, I wanted to say thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.